Hello everyone and welcome to game 1 in a series. It is going to be between Fly, Ted, bmdpscool, and Vegetable Combo. We have Ted spawning here as the purple undead player. Meanwhile, interesting breakdown. Fly actually spawning to the north off over here. This is Centaur Grove. For some reason I always thought the ally positions would be here and here, not here and here. So should be interesting to see how this game definitely unfolds. I will be talking about who is who and then get into the game. Now, this guy here, this is Vegetable Combo. His name is in Chinese, and I do not have the Chinese language pack installed on WarCraft 3. Just know that it is Vegetable Combo. Once again, thank you to Honey for translating names for me. And once again, we have bmdpscool, which is obviously very strange as he is playing Night Elf. Night Elf and Orc versus Orc and Undead here on Centaur Grove. Taking a look at the strategies, Ted already opening up with a very fast Nerubian tower, wanting to make sure that no Blade Master harassment does come in, and it is not going to be a Blade Master harassment. It is going to be a Keeper of the Grove and a Blade Master. So a very interesting strategy coming in. I believe we have seen a 2v2 between these two teams before, and I believe Ted and Fly did come out ahead. We'll see what happens this time around. Blade Master is definitely coming in from Fly. Meanwhile, are we seeing a Death Knight just quite yet? We should be. There it is. So it is going to be a Death Knight. Only one Tomb of Relics as opposed to two. No double Rods of Necromancy, as we have seen in the past. So strategy coming out currently. What are we looking at right now? There is a Wisp hiding off over here. All right, Wisp hiding off over here. Centaur Grove. A Centaur now moving out through the Keeper of the Grove on Centaur Grove. Wow, I'm getting confused there. So Keeper of the Grove now making his way through the Grove. Even though he is a Centaur, I don't think there's going to be any allying there. Blade Master now coming in, going to pick up some easy items. Blade Master now perhaps should be rejoining as the Death Knight comes in for a quick death coil, as the Blade Master and the Death Knight now are pressuring this Keeper of the Grove. The Keeper of the Grove is fairly fast and should be able to maneuver away, trying to pull away the other units or the other heroes from actually catching this Blade Master who is trying to creep. Keeper of the Grove now backing away here. The Grunt, nothing's really going to happen at all as the Death Knight now wanders back around. We can see that the Blade Master, the purple Blade Master of Fly, looking for where his partner could possibly be. Centaur Grove does have two Fountains of Health. I'll be curious to see how those are going to be utilized later, as the Blade Master, Kinos, sitting at level 1, still wandering around there. Okay, Blade Master of Fly coming across here, and no real action coming in just quite yet. Centaur and Death Knight, meanwhile, there isn't a little bit of a scuffle right here as the Blade Master and the Centaur. Oh, both sides. It is a 2-on-1 in terms of here, but the Blade Master should be coming in, and there is a critical strike. There's a Dust of Appearance. There is a Root. And the Fly's Blade Master already down to half life, but same could be said for the Keeper of the Grove. But then again, the Keeper of the Grove is fairly close to his own. Oh, this could potentially be bad. Speed Scroll now being utilized and down. Beautifully played. Fly already losing his first hero. Okay, what's going to be happening next? Blade Master now trying to come down. Death Knight was able to sneak away just a bit. Huntresses are now making their way over, but the Huntresses will be going up against Crypt Fiends in just a moment. This Blade Master here already halfway to, or already at level 2. Meanwhile, the Keeper of the Grove just using some healing salves and some clarity potions may come in and come in with a bit of pressure into Fly's base. We'll see what's going to be happening next as the Death Knight now trying to wander away. Grunts now backing off over here as we are going to see a small scuffle between a Keeper of the Grove and now this Death Knight. Death Knight is fairly good on hit points right now. He does have a healing salve, has purchased, and now the Keeper of the Grove will be forced to back off, knowing that there is another hero nearby and he does not want to fight 2-on-1. Meanwhile, we can see that the Blade Master is just doing a great job creeping, and all this is really doing is buying a hero advantage. Oh, bad. What bmdps is cool. He has formation move on, showing why that one particular Keeper of the Grove actually stopped and waited for the rest of the Huntresses to get in front. You got to be careful. You cannot allow formation move to actually come into play. I think he just turned it off there, as we now see that the Blade Master is going to be going after this relatively high level creep camp. back over here, the Death Knight is battling it out, and we can see that there is an entangle once more, and the Huntress is still backing away. Meanwhile, the Blade Master already at pretty much level 3, just a hop, skip, and a jumping away. Meanwhile, the Blade Master of Fly really aggressively creeping, perhaps going to take down the Sorcerer. Does it drop the very good item? It drops a Circlet of Nobility, but that is not altogether that useful. You're going to see more and more items being dropped, but the Blade Master sitting at level 1 will get to level 2, but he is already very low on hit points, needs those Gauntlets of Ogre Strength, as we now see another Skeletal minion getting taken down. The Huntresses, oh, if it actually creeped Jack here, would cause lots of problems. The Grunts taking a lot of damage. Blade Master now trying to heal them back up, but it doesn't look like the Keeper of the Grove will catch that at all. Meanwhile, Blade Master now looking to come in. We can see we are at Halls of the Dead. We are not at Necropolis. We are training up that Lich as the Blade Master has once again found the Death Knight. Death Knight, Blade Master sitting at level 3, getting in some easy shots. Meanwhile, easy shots onto that Huntress. Huntress taking a lot of damage there as the Blade Master now being forced to pull away. Keeper of the Grove is now nearby. Are we going to see an entangle on a Crypt Fiend? That could be a very, very strong route there, as we now have the Blade Master backing away. Meanwhile, this Blade Master is coming across the map. What is going to be happening next? Blade Master versus Blade Master. Both sides need to engage. Both sides need to be very careful about what they are going to be doing next. And I believe if Ted actually gets Web, they will start to creep out these fountains of health, which will give them a significant hero advantage, item advantage, and even a hit point advantage because of the fact that it is creeping at a fountain of health. Here we go, Keeper of the Grove, Blade Master, and now Keeper of the Grove is currently rooted. Death Knight, are we going to perhaps see the Wisp now back away? Yes, we are. And so far, this game is pretty even, as now a Shadow Hunter is joining in on the fight. Grunts and Shadow Hunter now looking to perhaps creep out here, or they can actually go into the nether areas, or the not so commonly traversed areas. Yes, it is going to be the Rock Golems in the far corner. The Zolabar, the Shadow Hunter, now trying to get up to level 2. Meanwhile, the pressure is being placed down. Death Knight creeping out the top right. Blade Master is off over here. Is it going to perhaps take down yes, and one Acolyte does go down. Ghouls are now trying to turn around, and the Blade Master is moving as quickly as it can, trying to get away, moving relatively slowly, as the Shadow Hunter now gets to level 2 after that Rock Golem does go down. Ring of Regeneration on the Shadow Hunter most likely will be sold for some reason. A lot of high-level players don't like Ring of Regeneration, even though it does give a lot of extra hit points to your heroes, and especially during long fights. Both sides are now fighting it out. Blade Master continuing the chase after a Wisp. Wisp does go down after it does get ensnared. And the hero combinations, Blade Master, Shadow Hunter, both coming in from the Orc players. We can see that we do have a bit of a creep jack here, but it is a 2-on-1. Are the Centaurs actually going to be doing enough damage? The Blade Master acting as a bit of a wall, and here we go. Spirit Link now coming in. Huntress is going to come in, and here is the flanks. The Centaurs still dealing a little bit of damage, adding in one extra unit. The Kodo Beast quickly eats a Raider as both sides are fighting. Alright, both sides are engaging here. This is the perfect opportunity. Fly now trying to fight back, as I believe the Blade Master of level 3 going to win out on this fight. Both sides still engaging here. We can see that the Scroll of Protection, the Spirit Link, so much damage reduction and damage mitigation coming in from the other team besides Fly and Ted. So yes, BMDPS is cool, and Vegetable Combo looking very strong here. Centaur now, or Keeper of the Grove now sitting at level 2, and this is looking very good, as now we have the Shadow Hunter of, I'm not sure which Shadow Hunter that is, purple, so that is Fly's Shadow Hunter now getting taken down. Ted going to lose his Death Knight, and this fight is going from bad to worse for Fly and Ted. All the purple heroes, including the Lich, will get taken down. It is 4 heroes to nothing, and that was perhaps an awesome creepjack to come out ahead there. Blade Master now looking to put in pressure, and Ted gives the GG flag. Fly also leaving the game, and Vegetable Combo really coming out ahead, really strong. If you take a look at the scores, you can see how Vegetable Combo was actually much stronger, but then you have to consider the fact that DPS's cool is Centaur, or his Keeper of the Grove, keep on saying Centaur. His Keeper of the Grove was perfectly positioned to deny Fly and Ted from creeping, and because of that, Vegetable Combo was able to get up to level 3 on his Blade Master much more quickly, and just also level 2 on the Shadow Hunter. You can see 4-3 versus a 2-1 and a 2-1. A very, very strong combination. Very smart by bmdpscool. Perhaps actually transferring gold. Was there a transfers? Yes, there was a transfer of gold as well. So everything was actually given to the orc player. And that really, really does definitely show. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed Game 1 in this series. Please stay tuned for Game 2.